Hey everyone, if you've just unlocked pets in Kingshot or you've already started upgrading them, stop for a second because one wrong decision can waste months of valuable materials. I see so many players making the exact same mistake. They level up every pet they unlock, thinking every ability is equally important. But the truth is, some pets will help your account for the entire game, while others give very little value once you go beyond a certain level. In today's guide, I'm going to show you exactly which pets deserve your materials, which ones you should stop upgrading early, and the best upgrade order if you're a free to play or low spender. If you follow this strategy, you'll save thousands of pet resources and always be ready when stronger pets arrive later in the game. Before we talk about individual pets, there's one thing every player should understand. Pets don't only give you active abilities. Every time you level them up, they also increase your permanent battle stats like attack and defense. Those bonuses apply to your troops all the time, so even a pet whose active skill isn't amazing still gives some value through its stats. But here's where most players get confused. The expensive part isn't leveling the pet. The real bottleneck is upgrading the pet's ability. Early upgrades are cheap, but once you start pushing abilities past level 4 or 5, the cost increases dramatically. That's why smart players don't max every pet immediately. They upgrade only the abilities that actually give long-term value. Let's start with the very first pet, the Gray Wolf. Its active ability increases your construction speed for a short time. Sounds amazing at first, right? Well, not exactly. This bonus is additive, not multiplicative. That means it simply adds a few extra percentage points to your existing construction speed instead of multiplying your total bonuses. To get the maximum benefit, activate the skill first, then immediately start a new building upgrade. If construction is already running, the ability won't affect it. So, should you max this pet? No. I recommend taking the ability to level 4 or level 5 if you have extra materials much later in the game. Early on, it helps you reach higher town center levels faster, but once true gold buildings arrive, building time isn't your biggest problem anymore. Materials become the real bottleneck, so don't waste valuable resources here. Next is the Lynx, and this pet is much more useful than many players realize. Its ability gives you free governor energy every single day. Energy is one of the most valuable resources in Kingshot because it lets you kill beasts, defeat terrors, earn hero shards, gather gear materials, and collect valuable event rewards. Getting this ability to level 4 is 100% worth it because 50 extra energy every day adds up over time. But pushing it beyond level 4 usually isn't necessary for free-to-play players. The extra energy sounds nice, but after your daily beast runs, the return becomes much smaller. Save those promotion materials for stronger pets instead. Now let's move on to one of the most underrated pets in the early game, the Bison. This pet instantly gathers an entire resource node with a single click. At first glance, it doesn't seem exciting, but experienced players know how powerful this ability really is. During resource gathering events, Kingdom of Power, Alliance Mobilization, and several other competitions, this pet lets you complete gathering missions almost instantly. It can save hours of waiting and help you score easy event points with almost no effort. Again, level 4 is the sweet spot. The shorter cooldown from higher levels is convenient, but not worth delaying future pets. You'll thank yourself later when stronger battle pets arrive. The next pet is the Cheetah, and this one gives you free pet food every day. Now remember this, the earlier you improve this ability, the more pet food you'll collect over the coming months. That makes it a solid investment. However, the gains after level 5 become extremely small compared to the materials required. Going from level 5 to 6 or 7 only gives a little extra pet food each day, and it'll take months before you actually recover the resources you spent upgrading it. So my recommendation is simple. Bring the cheetah to level 5, then stop. Collect your daily pet food and start preparing for the next generation of pets instead. Now we finally arrive at the first real combat pet, the deer. This pet reduces your enemy's health during battle, and don't underestimate how powerful that is. Unlike normal percentage bonuses, this debuff scales extremely well as players become stronger. The higher your opponent's stats, the more valuable this ability becomes. But there's one important catch. If you're a free-to-play or low spender who mainly joins rallies instead of leading them, this ability usually won't activate for your alliance unless the rally leader is using it. That's why I don't recommend rushing this pet to maximum level immediately. Level 5 gives excellent value for the cost. After that, every upgrade becomes much more expensive for only a small increase. It's much smarter to pause here and invest in stronger pets that provide better long-term value. And that's exactly where things start getting really interesting, because the next generation introduces one of the best utility pets in the entire game, along with another powerful combat pet that can completely change your progression if you upgrade it correctly. Now let's continue with the pets that can completely change your account if you upgrade them the right way. The first one is the lion, and in my opinion, this is one of the best investment pets in the entire game. Unlike most pets that give one specific bonus, the lion rewards you with random high-value items every time you use its ability. You can get true gold, forge hammers, charm materials, artisan's visions, and several other rare resources that almost every player struggles to collect. The best part is that these rewards stay valuable throughout the entire game. Even players with huge accounts are always looking for more of these materials. That's why I recommend pushing this pet much higher than most of the earlier pets. At least get it to level 5 as soon as possible, and if you have extra promotion medallions later, this is one of the safest pets to keep investing in. The shorter cooldown means more daily rewards, and over several months, that adds up to a massive advantage. Next comes the grizzly bear. This pet reduces your enemy's lethality while also giving your troops extra march speed. The lethality debuff is extremely strong in battles because it lowers the damage your opponent deals. But just like the deer, there's one important limitation. If you're only joining rallies, this ability depends on the rally leader activating it. That's why I don't recommend maxing it immediately if you're free to play. Bring it to level 5 first. That gives excellent value without draining all of your materials. Later, once your important SSR pets are upgraded, you can always come back and improve it further. Now we move into the SSR pets, and this is where your upgrade priorities should completely change. The giant rhino is one of the strongest combat pets you can unlock. Its ability increases your entire squad's attack for 2 hours. Unlike construction or gathering abilities, attack is useful almost everywhere. Bear hunt, castle battle, tyrant war, kingdom versus kingdom, solo marches, everything benefits from extra attack. For free-to-play players, I recommend taking this pet straight to level 6 as soon as you unlock it. At level 6, you already gain a 6% attack boost, which is a huge increase for the amount of materials spent. After that, pause for now and move on to the next SSR pet instead of trying to max this one immediately. The next pet is the mighty bison. This pet increases your deployment capacity, and honestly, many players underestimate how powerful this is. More deployment capacity means you can send more troops into rallies, score higher in bear hunt, perform better during Viking events, and contribute much more during kingdom battles. Even if you aren't a rally leader, this pet still benefits you because you can fill rallies with more troops than before. Again, level 6 is the sweet spot. You'll gain a large troop increase without spending a ridiculous amount of promotion medallions. Now let's talk about one pet that many free-to-play players waste materials on. The Supreme Deer increases rally capacity. If you're not leading rallies regularly, this ability simply doesn't give enough value. Outside of bear hunt, most free-to-play players won't notice much difference. So don't fall into the trap of upgrading it too early. Take it to around level 5, leave it there, and focus your materials somewhere else. Later in the game, when resources become easier to collect, you can always come back if you want. Next comes the Alpha Blackwing. This pet increases your squad's lethality, which is one of the strongest combat stats in Kingshot. Just like the Rhino, I recommend pushing this to level 6 first. The jump from 6 to higher levels becomes much more expensive, so stopping there gives you the best balance between power and efficiency. Then we have the Lion King. Its ability increases your squad's defense during battles. Defense might not sound as exciting as attack or lethality, but once players start reaching higher combat power, every percentage matters. The same advice applies here. Level 6 first, then move on. Finally, we have the war elephant. This pet increases your squad's health, another incredibly important combat stat that becomes stronger as your account grows. Health, attack, and lethality are the three stats that have the biggest impact during late game battles, so don't ignore this pet either. Again, level 6 is the perfect stopping point. Now you might be wondering, after all these pets reach level 5 or 6, what should I do next? Here's the upgrade order I personally recommend for most free-to-play and low-spending players. First, bring every early utility pet to its recommended stopping point. Gray Wolf to level 4 or 5, Lynx to level 4, Bison to level 4, Cheetah to level 5. Then, upgrade the Deer and the Grizzly Bear to level 5. After that, start investing in your SSR combat pets. Take the Giant Rhino, Mighty Bison, Alpha Blackwing, Lion King, and War Elephant to level 6. Once every important SSR pet reaches level 6, that's when you can finally go back and start improving your strongest battle pets even further. This approach keeps your account balanced while making sure you're always prepared for new pet generations without running out of resources. And one final tip that many players forget: pet abilities only work if you actually activate them. Before Kingdom versus Kingdom, Castle Battle, Bear Hunt, or any major event, make sure your important combat pets are active before you begin fighting. A lot of players spend months upgrading their pets, then completely forget to use the abilities when it matters most. That small mistake can easily be the difference between winning and losing an important battle. So don't just focus on upgrading your pets. Learn when to use them as well. If you follow this upgrade order, you'll avoid wasting promotion medallions, build a much stronger account over time, and always have enough resources ready when new pets arrive. That's all for today's guide. If this video helped you understand exactly which pets deserve your materials, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because I'll be covering future pet generations, hero guides, and advanced Kingshot strategies to help you stay ahead of everyone else. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.